Hi everyone, I'm going to try something new tonight and I'm going to make a short revision video about gerunds and infinitives. We're just going to look through the structure, the meaning, and then we're going to do a couple of revision activities and see how it goes. This is the first time, so please give me your honest feedback. If you love it, tell me all about it. And if you don't like it, the shorter the better. That's all I can say about that. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. So the first one here is verbs followed by the infinitive. So let's go them together. Agree to go, decide to go, forget to go, hope to go, offer to go, promise to go, plan to go. So the examples we can see here, he decided to buy her a new pair of trainers. Good boyfriend. Lenny forgot to bring his books to school. Who else forgets to bring their books to school? I don't know about this. So in each case, you can see that it's about promises, decisions, commitments, and expectations. So what other example sentences can you give with these? Let's take a look at the first one. Agree. Maybe let's take a look at this. Maybe Evelyn agreed to make us a cake after lockdown. Yes, I like this sentence. This is very nice. Or Igor agreed to help me paint my next ceiling. That would be lovely. Igor, I'd like that. Lama agreed to invite me to Hollywood. That could be nice. Samita agreed to open a Momo restaurant. Yeah, that could be nice. I don't know. That could be something to think about. Michu agreed to dye her friend's hair green. I don't know why she agreed to do that, but that's just what good friends do. What sentences can you make using agree and the infinitive? Or what about decide? Yeah. So in my case, I decided to live very far away from Sydney. An excellent decision, I have to tell you. In Evelyn, in your case, you decided to move to a new house. Wonderful idea. Igor, in your case, you decided to live with Irish people in Enmore. Ooh, magic. That's the kind of thing I like. What else? Lama. What did you decide to do, Lama? You decided to buy a house right in front of Bondi Beach. Beautiful decision. Samita, you decided to buy some new Gucci. I think it was Gucci. Or some kind of famous jewelry. Anyway, you decided to buy some jewelry of some kind. Michu, you decided to have another party with your flatmates. These are all excellent decisions. Now, I forgot to prepare my lesson 6 weeks ago. I wonder if you know which lesson that is. What else did forget to do? I forgot to script this video. Anyway, I'll remember next time. So let's take a look at the next one. And this time we can see that it's the verb plus the person or thing, then the infinitive. So let's try, for example, they expected to pass the exam, or they expected James to pass the exam. I'd like to come later, or I'd like you to come later. Jan helped to carry the books. Or you can also say Jan helped carry the books. So with help you can use the base verb or the infinitive afterwards. In this case, Jan helped Mrs. Stevens to carry the books. Or Jan helped Miss Stevens carry the books. Now, what sentences can you make using these? For example, I want to go to Chile, and I want the class to go to the Central Coast one day and have a wonderful holiday here. I asked Marcelo to cook me more of those delicious Brazilian pizzas. Marcelo asked me to stop asking for more of those delicious Brazilian pizzas. I don't know why. They're delicious. I love them. But, we have to respect Marcelo's decision here. What else we got? Expect. Yes. So I expect to get a pizza from you, Marcelo, when I come back. What else do I expect? I expect, or I would like. No, not expect. It's too strong. Would like. Evelyn, I would like to have another one of your cakes. One of your delicious homemade cakes. And Michu, I would like to see the farm that you work on. I think everyone in class would like to see the farm you work on. Samita, I would like to have more of that delicious Nepalese momo. This stuff is so good. Igor, I would like to know a little bit about civil engineering in Brazil. That sounds interesting. And Lama, I would like to drive just one of your Ferraris. Please, just one. I promise. 10 minutes. I promise to bring it back to you. Perfect. So those are some ideas that we can use. Those are some ideas that we can use for these sentences. Let's take a look at some more. I'm actually quite enjoying this. Can you see? There we go. Beautiful. So in these cases, you have to use the object after the main verb and then the infinitive. So the most common one here is I told you not to do that. I told you not to do that. Yeah? I told you not to do that. I told you not to take my pizza. I told you not to eat my pizza. Told you not to leave the socks on the floor. I told you not to leave the fridge open. I told you not to give the dog chocolate. I told you not to eat too much KFC. I told you not to do a lot of things. Do you listen? No, you don't listen. Remind. Yeah? So in your case, you reminded me to stop for break time. I reminded you to do your homework. Igor reminded me to watch some good movie. I forgot what it is. I forgot to watch it. And Michu reminded me to turn my microphone on after the break time. That's very important. No wonder no one could hear me. So let's take a look at some of the other examples here. The janitor reminded us to lock the door. Jack often tells the children not to be so noisy. Why don't you use a screwdriver to open the can? Or why don't you use a hammer to open the can? A hammer always works. And I usually use a computer to do my homework. That's true for me. I usually use a combination of a computer and pen and paper. Now let's take a look at these ones. Verb plus person plus infinitive or verb ing. So in this case, if you have the person, you use the infinitive. And if you don't have the person or the object, you use the gerund. So let's look at the examples here. Mr. Jones advised Joe not to apply for the course. So in this case, the object is Joe. Mr. Jones advised applying for the course. There's no object, go with the gerund. They don't allow us to eat in class. That's true, don't eat in class. So in this case, us is the object. Or they don't allow eating in class. Oh, so mean. Come on, I want some pizza now. They encouraged him to join the team. Come on, join us. So in this case, him is the object, so then you have the infinitive. Or they encourage joining the team. That sounds a little bit strange to me, but that's the example they've got. And this one's very easy. Make and let a person and then the base verb. So you probably hear this in songs all the time. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Yeah, and what's that other Sheryl Crow song? If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, and etc., etc. You can look these things up on YouTube afterwards. So make someone do something or let someone do something. So for example, they make the students work hard at his school. That's right, they make the students work hard at his school. It's not easy. It's not easy being a student. They make you work hard. I make you guys work hard, but I want you to succeed. But I try to make you work hard. And let. Her parents won't let her go to the concert. Oh, that's so sad. I won't let you eat pizza in class. Yes. And you won't let me eat pizza in class. But if you let me eat pizza in class, I'll let you eat pizza in class. This is a deal. We can do it together. So here we have verb be, adjective, and then the infinitive. So if we look at these together, let's say it together. I'm pleased to be here. I'm very happy to be here. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm very happy to meet you. Nice to meet you. Yes, yes. You learned that I think around about beginner class. Nice to meet you. Good to meet you. Good to know. It's good to know. It was difficult. It was difficult to say what happened. It was impossible to say what happened. It was very hard to say what happened. These things are very difficult. So let's take a look at some of these sentences. Complete them with the infinitive with or without to. So is it the infinitive or the base verb? So the first one, we can't afford. We can't afford. What can't you afford to do? What can't you afford to do? If you said we can't afford to pay our bills, you would be 100% correct. It's hard. It's hard. It, verb be, and adjective. It's hard to follow these instructions. It's always hard to follow the instructions. Let me. Remember let. Yeah? Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. So you know that let's got to have a base verb after it. So let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do it. Come on, let me show you how to do it. It's easy. Let me show you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean... So it's an intention. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Just like that Brian Ferry song. Yeah, we all know that song. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry that I made you cry. I never wanted to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy. All right, let's get back to it. The teacher made the children. Yeah? Made the children stay, because after let and make and then person, it's the base verb. I want my children, so it's want. Yeah? I want you to do it. I want you to know that. I want my children to learn to play a musical instrument. Oh, me too. I want my children to learn to play a musical instrument. I want my children to learn to play the bass guitar. That would be fun. My son persuaded me to do what? The latest iPhone. My son persuaded me to buy the latest iPhone. He's a very clever son. I wonder how he did that. Can you help carry, or can you help to carry this box? They're both okay, because after help you can use the base verb or the infinitive. I've invited Mr. Smith. You should be able to get this one by now. I invited Mr. Smith to join us. Come on, Mr. Smith, join us. And my parents have always encouraged me to be independent. They sound like very good parents. Excellent parents, in fact. Now, if you got all of those correct, you are on a winning streak all the way to 100% in the upcoming test. If you didn't get all of them correct, no problem. Go back through the first part of the video, take a look at some of the examples and see where you can find the answers in them. Anyway, let's continue on to gerunds and see what we got there. So the first one is gerunds after feelings. So after feelings and also after advice, like suggest or practice or consider. Yeah. So you might be able to say something like, I don't know, I admit eating the pizza in the fridge. I admit drinking Igor's beer. I avoid doing homework. I avoid doing housework. I avoid doing work in general. That's the very Australian thing to do. Consider. Consider studying harder for the test. Consider watching more Doctor Who in order to improve your listening, of course. It's got nothing to do with the TV show. Deny. I deny talking about Doctor Who in class. I don't do it. Yeah, I deny doing any of that sort of stuff. Dislike. I dislike waiting for dinner. You know, you put something delicious in the oven. You know it has to cook for 60 minutes, but after half an hour, starting to get hungry. You start to look in the oven. Is it ready? Come on, please. I'm starving. 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, you go back to it. Come on, surely my chicken cooks faster than anyone else's chicken. No, I still got to wait for it. Yeah, I dislike waiting. What can I tell you? Enjoy. I enjoy watching the NFL. I know you enjoy doing it too. I enjoy listening to awesome music. And by awesome music, I mean the music I listen to and the music you suggest that I love. Fancy. Do you fancy having pizza for dinner? Do you fancy going to the beach? Do you fancy going on a holiday? Do you fancy going out for a coffee? What do you feel like doing? What else is good here? Can't help. Like that famous Elvis song. I can't help falling in love with you. What else can you? I can't help checking the fridge every time I come home. I just can't help doing it. Anyway, what else have we got here? Can't stand. Can't stand is the same as hate. Yeah, I can't stand waiting. I hate waiting. Yeah. I can't stand using that QR code check-in thing. But I have to do it. Suggest. I suggest downloading the app. I suggest watching more Doctor Who to improve your English listening. These are all good suggestions. I don't think this will come up much in your test, but this is something worth knowing about in English. It's something. It's no good talking to them, or it's no use turning the modem off again. It's not worth buying a Vodafone package. I hope I don't get sued for that. But it's just not worth saving money with certain companies. It's not worth joining Optus. There are cheaper telephone companies you can use. No disrespect to Optus, but really $20 for 2 gigabytes. What's going on with that? It's just not good quality. It's not good value. So it's not worth doing those sorts of old plans. You get much better plans. Yeah, it's just like in Sydney. It's no good waiting for the bus from Bondi to the city. It's always full. It's no use trying to save money if you live in the centre of Sydney. It's too expensive. It's not worth living in the centre of Sydney. You should move further out into the suburbs. Experience the real, authentic Australian lifestyle, like on the Central Coast, for example. So this is a very useful one, to spend time doing something, or to spend money doing something. So I spend a lot of time making material for my lessons. I love doing it. I enjoy doing it. I'm interested in learning how to do it better. I need to learn how to do it better. I spend a lot of time working in the garden, because the fruit doesn't grow itself. Well, it does, but you sort of need to help it. You need to help it a lot. I spend a lot of time cleaning. I spend a lot of time vacuuming. I don't spend enough time watching movies. I love watching movies, but I don't get to spend enough time doing it. I don't spend enough time reading, but I should, because I love reading. I haven't read a good Jack Reacher novel in ages. So this is a very interesting one. The difference between ing and infinitive. Remember, the infinitive means the intention, whereas ing means the activity. So stop eating sweets means don't eat any more of them. They stopped to buy food. That means they had a different activity that they were doing prior to that. They stopped that activity. So for example, right now I'm teaching you guys to, wait a second. So good. So I stopped the lesson to drink some water. Might have a little bit more. That's very good. All right, now I've stopped drinking water. Promise I won't drink any more water. I've stopped that activity. I've stopped drinking water. There's nothing else in there. Try. Try means in terms of problem solving. So that's why if you work at a construction site, for example, Igor, in your case, when you're painting or you're scraping or you're preparing some kind of room, your boss will say, try doing this or try doing that, or try moving it over there, or try turning it off and turning it on again. All this sort of stuff. Or meet you in your flatmate's case, say, try dyeing it orange, try dyeing it blue, try dyeing it purple. Yeah, try dyeing your hair lots of different colors. See what happens. And try to do something means you attempt something. Like I'm trying to make an educational video at the moment. I don't know if I'm succeeding, but I'm trying to do it. Trying to do a good job. You'll tell me if I'm doing a good job. Hopefully you will. If you don't say anything, I'll get the message. Now this last one, remember, I think you guys already know this one quite well, because you gave me an excellent example of this. Yeah, I remember going to school for the first time. You're talking about a memory that you have. Yeah, like I remember watching Doctor Who for the first time. Absolutely loved it. Whereas remember to do something is reminding someone, hey, don't forget this. Yeah, remember to do your homework. Don't forget it. And of course you all know this one about preposition followed by ing. So interested in, apologize for, used to, I'm used to staying up late, accuse someone of, be good at something. Good at is probably the most important one to know. Interested in, and good at. These are the most important ones for daily speech. Yeah, what are you good at? You know, are you good at swimming? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at singing? Are you good at dancing? Are you good at playing football? Are you good at making delicious cakes? Are you good at dyeing other people's hair? For example, dyeing other people's hair green. Are you good at making those delicious tiny Brazilian pizzas, Marcelo? I don't know. Are you good at bodybuilding? Yeah, you know that's something you're good at doing. And are you interested in doing these things? Are you interested in visiting Melbourne? Are you interested in visiting Darwin? Are you interested in going to Kakadu National Park? Are you interested in visiting, I don't know, where's somewhere else? Are you interested in visiting Adelaide? Are you interested in learning about Australian history? Are you interested in watching some Australian TV shows with me in class? I don't know, you have to tell me. But interested in and good at. These are two very useful ones. This one won't come up in the test, but it's important to know about go and sports to do with movement, like go swimming, go sailing, go surfing, and also things like go shopping. All things to do with movement. The ing form as a subject is just to make it clear that when we use ing without verb be, it's a noun. So in this case, adding and subtracting are nouns. And in this case, adding and subtracting decimals is a noun phrase. If you remember noun phrases from Unit 10. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. I can't help. So in this case, I can't help wondering what life in Africa will be like. I can't help wondering what life in Africa will be like. You're obviously going to travel there at some point. And this next one is very important. You should know it. Watching too much TV is bad for you. In this case, watching too much YouTube is bad for you. Or watching too much Instagram is bad for you. Watching too much TikTok is probably very bad for you. Number 3. I'll repair your watch for you. I'm good at... Yeah, I told you this was useful. I'm good at mending things. Mending is a I'm good at mending things. I'm good at mending. Mending in this case means fixing. I'm good at fixing things. I'm good at repairing things. I don't think I've ever used the word mend in my life, but fix or repair are the same as mend. This one you should all know, and if you don't, I'll tell you what it is. It's finding a job is difficult these days. Finding a job is difficult at any point in time. My children are afraid of waking up in the dark now. So we keep a light on at night. Children are afraid of waking up in the dark. I wonder why. Maybe some scary bedtime stories or something like that. Did you know that walking is one of the best forms of exercise? You would know this. You're very fit. Thank you for helping me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for helping me. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. This is one you can all appreciate. And that's that living and working in a big city can be very stressful. The next one, I think this is a sort of sick joke, but anyway, it's giving up smoking is easy. I've done it hundreds of times, and then I continue smoking. And the last one, I've earned a lot of money by working overtime. Well, that's true, but that was before lockdown. Alright guys, well I hope that revision video helped you a little bit about gerunds and infinitives, when to use them, how to use them, the form and the meaning. If anything's confusing, you can send me a message, ask me in class, or watch the video again and just pause on each of the examples and see if you can make your own sentences from them. The more you can make your own personalized sentences with the language, the easier it will be for you to remember. Beautiful. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me your feedback and I'll see you in class.